Hey guys, how's it going? Turn up the beat here on my server once again. Updated to Direwolf20 1.6.4 for Feed the Beast. And today I will just be showing you what I've done with the new 10.1 preview version of Sonic Ether's unbelievable shaders. So far, what I've done was I have gone through all the files basically and turned on some things, turned off some other things. Um, the sun, I don't know exactly what's causing the ring around the sun. It doesn't look so bad when it's actually in the air. I will try to fix that. But in here, I have a standard version, and well, not exactly standard. There are some things that was turned on and off, but it's mostly standard. And then there's an optimized version which has basically everything turned off. So, during the day, it looks really nice. This optimized version, the grass does not move, flowers do not move, oak leaves do not move, water doesn't move, lava doesn't move, or at least it shouldn't move. I don't think it does. So basically this is like trying to get more frames per second. Right now I have a, kind of a 30-ish FPS. I am also running a texture pack, so if I turn that off, I'm not sure whether or not I would get more or less frames per second. This usually does take a few seconds. So a lot of people really do like default textures. I think that default textures do look really good with the shader pack on. I think I have a more solid 30 frames per second without the texture pack, without trying to load that. Then of course I can go to standard mode. That turns all of the waving grass and stuff on. I still have about 30. So yeah, this is really nice. Version 10.1 there's a lot of bug fixes and basically trying to improve overall FPS while using the shaders. Even with the standard version, I haven't figured out exactly how to get the water to move. I know that was in old versions. Can't entirely figure it out. Also, I'm working on trying to figure. That's the sun over there, but I'm working on trying to figure out how to get the God rays and the bloom effect with the sun when you look at it. I'm not entirely sure if that's in this version or not. But basically, everything just looks ridiculously good. So yeah, by the way, I am on, I think I already mentioned, but I'm on Direwolf20 164. To get Direwolf20 164 to work with the new 10.0 or 10.1 versions of shaders mod, the Sonic Ether's unbelievable shaders, you must have Optifine C6. Any other version will not work with Feed the Beast. I cannot tell you why exactly, but it's believed to be that a few of the mods have specific rendering, and Optifine kind of messes with the rendering, and so the mod will not load if it detects Optifine, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what is the problem or not. But C6 apparently is the only one that actually works if you want to use Optifine. So don't use C7, C8, C5, C4, just C6. Also, there's I'm not entirely sure if it's a bug or not, but it's a little annoying glitch, I guess you could say, that Optifine has to load before shaders loads, or else it will not work. And if you just drop Optifine and GLSL shaders mod inside of the mods folder. Yeah, by the way, it just goes right inside of the mods folder instead of inside of the Instamods like it used to be. You just drop it right in mods. Back to what I was saying, Optifine has to be loaded first. If you just drop them both in the mods folder, you know, in alphabetical order, depending on the name, I think Optifine should load first, but it doesn't. So what you can do is you can open Optifine with WinRAR 7-zip, any archiving file that editor, that you like, and then you can open the GLSL shaders, and you can get the GLSL shaders for 152 and 164 on Sonic Ether's forum, but for 152, if you want to use shaders, I'm fairly certain that you can't use the newer Sonic Ether's version 10. So you can get an older version of the shaders mod in older Shaderpacks with Optifine HD Ultra C2 or C3. I will offer packed versions of Optifine and the shaders mod in the description, along with shader packs that I like specifically. I really like this ice now. It has a reflective texture, and you can actually see right there that it has the reflection. And anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, version 10.1, it needs the 1.6.4 version of GLSL shaders, and you unpack Optifine and shaders, and then you drop everything from shaders right into Optifine, and it will force the shaders to be loaded after Optifine. But one thing that you have to keep in mind is that when loading it, Optifine doesn't actually seem to turn on entirely, so you still have basic vanilla video settings, but the shaders does load, and you can come in here. Also, another thing I would like to add is if you have frames per second issues, basically go to internal, and you can mess with these two functions right here. Usually it's on like 1 or 2. It'll be something like this, and with that turned on, it's, well, maybe not for me. I'm not sure. I think my frames per second is locked in place, but it will cause probably more lag, but better shadows. So what you can do instead is just go to internal. Make sure you go to internal before you change these, or else every time you click it, it will try to load it with this on, and it will give you a lot of lag. But I would probably go to like 0.7 or 1, and then go to maybe 0.5. Test it out. I mean, it doesn't look entirely, no, I wouldn't. It doesn't look very good. I'd probably go to 1.7 for me. See, that looks perfect. Oops, clicked the wrong one. So as you can see, the leaves for this one also move. Oh, I love that. It's so beautiful. I'm not entirely sure about this, but okay, yeah. If you want moving leaves, you have to be on fancy mode, or this will happen. You can, of course, not have fancy leaves. All of these options are in the files. You kind of have to know where to find them, though. Obviously, since it's not moving, it won't show the weird world gaps through the leaves. But you can go into the waving one and just go into fancy mode. And then, since you're able to see through it anyways, it really doesn't matter at all. Oh, hello, chicken. Yay. Also, some text can be a little bit buggy. And when you morph, it gets really bright, because the way shaders works is blocks actually reflect light in this version, and so when you're this close to the ground, you're getting more light reflected off the blocks into your eyes, and so it looks much brighter. At least that's the conclusion that I've come to. So, oh yeah, you guys like my name? Turnip the Beat. So if you're using morph, keep in mind that it may be brighter, or it may actually be darker if you go higher. Something tall, like I think a mana elemental is 3 blocks high. And it also shows your hand. Also, yeah, see, this looks a little blue and darker because I'm 3 blocks high instead of 2. It just changes the position of your eyes, which changes the way that the sun affects it. It looks funny, so usually I try to stay in normal mode. I know that there is this option where you can choose things, but I haven't set that up yet. I'm lazy. So I can show you my house, show you a few minor bugs. One is that it looks a little darker inside, and oh, I would like to show you this. Maybe not. There's the sun. Okay, there's the sun. So these tile.arsmagica2 essence nexus.name, or basically blue chalk, neutral nexus. This actually casts a shadow, so it looks really good if you're playing with Ars Magica. And I really wish Whale would fix the name for that, but fortunately, I'm not in charge of that, so yeah. Also, particles, light particles, can be a little bit funny since Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders does handle that, just like the Runic Matrix for Thaumcraft. It kind of glows a little differently, but it actually kind of looks cool. I like that. Torches and other light sources kind of give like a yellow glow effect, which thermal expansion blocks, they render really horribly with this on, so keep that in mind. You might want to steer clear from thermal expansion. But back to torches, I was changing the light settings for torches and whatnot, so they kind of look a little bit different than normal on mine. Also, blocks like this look funny when you hold them sometimes, even though that looks amazing. I wish the light actually looked like that. That'd be cool. And then it looks like that when you place it down, which it doesn't normally. Normally, if you turn off shaders and go to internal, it's just a normal weird light source. And another thing to mention is that when you're using the shaders, if you have the mod installed and you're not actually using any shader pack, you will get a dark effect going on. I don't know exactly what the cause is for that, and it will also appear very foggy. So if you're going to have this installed, I would recommend using a shader pack, which normally that's the right thing to do. During rain, things become glossy and reflect other textures, and some of the blocks from Tinker's Construct kind of do that even without it being rainy. Obviously, this mod isn't made to be compatible with other mods, so stuff like this can happen. This might actually just be an Optifine thing. I have not tried loading the shader pack without Optifine because I don't want to explode my computer. So, I always use Optifine. Just kind of gets a weird bug. I could probably show you guys rain. I could enable rain, turn rain on. I usually have rain turned off on my server. People complain about it. During rain, it gets a foggy effect, and the surfaces should become a glossy type of surface. I haven't tested this yet, so this is just me messing around on video. It doesn't seem to be doing it. Maybe it might only be certain types of blocks. Like grass block might not actually do that. It might be like stone. No, stone doesn't work. Yeah. Well, as you can see, the torches for me look they give like one block lighting and then a little different. I was trying to get a perfect balance for the lighting from torches because it's just too yellow for me. Well, back to daytime. So yeah, when I first installed this shader pack, the sun was glaringly bright and you could not go outside without having to walk backwards away from the sun and be like, oh no. So I went into the files and I changed that. I will actually probably upload a like a Dropbox link or something, so that you guys can have this specific version or the other one that I have. I do not claim to have created this pack at all. I only edited some files. All rights are Sonic Ethers, and I have to say that so that he doesn't get mad at me if he ever watches this video. So I believe that this has been a pretty long video. I guess I could maybe show you a couple of resource packs right before we go. This is the Sortex Fanver, the Fanver patcher thing I used to make one for this version of Minecraft. It looks pretty decent. I mean, the cows look good, leaves look really good. You know, torches look good. I think torches look better with this texture pack on. They don't quite give off so much light. Sugarcane looks good. Sugarcane looks really good. I like that. That's actually really nice. You know, texture packs, they're amazing. These still have that white thing. Ooh, see? It's really bright. Now, it was much, much worse before I went into the files. Okay, the sun's starting to not be so bright. All the wood looks really good, except for it doesn't seem that Biomes of Plenty blocks are affected, or Ars Magica 2. I don't think anybody's come up with, because this is a special rendering and whatnot, hard to come up with a texture for a special rendering. Applied Energistics, someone really needs to come up with a texture pack for, because it's just too blocky for me. I know they do have a couple different versions, like a Shaderpacks mix pack has different Applied Energistics textures, but it's missing a couple blocks. It's not entirely complete. But what texture pack is? We also have Faithful 32 by 32. I'm also not entirely sure if this version of Faithful is a complete texture pack for all the different mods, but I think it does have most mods. Not entirely sure. Like, I don't think Biomes of Plenty is, again, really changed. It's funny. Do I have on? No, I do have this on. Huh. Okay. It doesn't seem that those leaves want to move like these leaves over here. These were just moving, I saw it. So if they're not moving when I get close. Okay, they are. So of course some minor bugs here and there. But overall, if Minecraft looks this good, I say I'm going to do it. Even if I do only get 30 frames per second compared to the 300 I get normally. And I'm running a GTX 650 Ti that I just purchased about a week ago. I don't have the best processor though. You really don't. Only 2nd gen i3 dual core, but that will be upgraded within the next 2 weeks. Yay! So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Turn Up the Beat on Eat Sleep Toast, Direwolf 21.6.4. I hope you guys all have a nice day. Bye.